Mr. Chris Demwell, one of our students, will lead us in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. I declare the June 2002 Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty, honored guests, graduates, and friends, I am Milton Wong, Chancellor of this university. This is our 37th annual convocation, and we are delighted and honored to have in attendance today a number of distinguished guests on the platform and in the audience, including friends and colleagues of the universities, representatives of our fellow institutions, the federal and provincial governments, and consular officials. A special welcome is given to Mr. Brant Louis, Chair of our Board of Governors. This afternoon, an honorary doctorate of laws will be conferred on Theodore Myman. Greetings, graduates, families, and friends, faculties, and staff. I want to welcome everyone who has made the journey to join us here today on this breezy mountaintop. Convocation is indeed one of life's mountaintops, a vantage point from which we at once look back at the heights we have conquered and gaze forward to the peaks we have yet to scale. It's a heady experience, standing on top of the world, and today, graduates, is your day to revel in your successes. Congratulations. On the steep path to lifelong learning, you have now reached base camp. In the 1950s, an American academic by the name of Robert Hutchins wrote an important book called The Great Conversation, The Substance of a Liberal Education. He argued that even when an individual has had the best possible education in youth, as you have, he or she is still obliged to pursue what Hutchins called an interminable education, a constant striving for more and better knowledge and understanding. I am confident that the years at Simon Fraser University has prepared you well for this task. You are now equipped with the intellectual habits and discipline necessary to become leaders of a civil society. Throughout our lives, we chose to align with groups and organizations that reflect our most deeply held convictions. A Christian church, perhaps, a Buddhist temple, a labor union, or a university. The aggregate of these organizations forms the social fabric of a civil society. But that fabric is only as durable as its individual threads. I know that all of you leave here with the moral and mental fiber necessary to weave a strong civil society. The shape, the pattern, the design of that future society is now up to you. Go forward with confidence and humility. You are here today because of your own considerable capabilities, but also because of the support and nurturing of your family, your professors, your friends, and your faith. As you navigate the peaks and plateaus of your lives in the decades to come, I ask you to always consider how and with whom will you share the gift of your education. I now call upon the president of our university, Dr. Michael Stevenson.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to add my welcome to this great ceremony in this glorious place. When the weather cooperates, there's nothing quite like an SFU convocation, as I'm sure you will agree. At this ceremony, and others like it this week, we celebrate the achievement of over 2,000 students who deserve our very warm congratulations. They have met the exacting standards of this fine university with its high standards of admission and its continuing high standards for graduation. Members of the graduating class, we celebrate your success today and congratulate you on your achievement. We know that you will get better jobs and better incomes than other groups of your age and background who have not enjoyed the privilege of a great university education. We know that the economy needs and will reward the combination of a specialized expertise in a technical subject with the core competencies you have acquired as a result of a good liberal education. Analytic skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, and teamwork skills. We know above all that the most important capacity you have acquired is a capacity for independent and critical thought, for posing deep questions, and for developing original and creative approaches to problem solving. This most important competence is measured not by information accumulated, but by the capacity to accumulate information. Not so much by what you have learned, but by the knowledge of how to learn. And the greatest benefit of your time at SFU will be not the economic and social benefits it produces, but rather the quality of life, the capacity for self-actualization, and the never-ending enlargement of experience that comes to those who can truly engage in lifelong learning. A self-sustaining capacity for lifelong learning is crucial in this world of constant change and innovation. The value of current information depreciates quickly, and the rate of obsolescence of skill and know-how is even greater than the built-in obsolescence in commodities. And the corollary of constant change and innovation is the unpredictability and instability of social change. Disruptive technologies cause the dissolution or restructuring of institutions, along with radical changes in culture and behavior. Global expansion and stimulation of consumption produce sudden environmental failures. Hyper-intensive competition and growth create economic bubbles and the succession of boom and bust. Political arrangements become highly fragile in the uneasy transformation of the nation-state and the international system. Such is the world you now enter. The future has never been more uncertain, and the challenges never more difficult than at the present time. But while we know that you cannot rest on the laurels and that we celebrate today, we have a justifiable confidence in the value of your education in this society. That confidence is especially justified if your learning is treated not as a status, but as a vocation. As Max Weber put it in relation to politics as a vocation, there is a huge difference between living off politics and living for politics. So it is with all professions and education. You can live off your professional qualifications and education, and no doubt you will do well. But you can also live for a deeper purpose, for a different world, changed by the profession and practice of what you have learned, and by recognition of the limitations of that learning. You should be proud of your achievements today, proud of your association with Simon Fraser University, and I hope committed to a continuing association with SFU. You should be confident of the value of your education to yourself and to your community. But above all, you should respect the discipline and responsibility of your vocation to continue learning as you now join the company of university-educated men and women throughout the world. On behalf of all of us at SFU, congratulations and best wishes.
The honorary degree will now be conferred. Mr. President, will you present the honorary degree candidate, Theodore Maiman?
Mr. Chancellor, I am honored to present Dr. Theodore Maiman. As the inventor of the first fully operational laser, Dr. Maiman belongs to that illustrious group of scientists whose work has profoundly changed society. His remarkable achievement earned Dr. Maiman international acclaim as the pioneer of photonics, a new field of science and engineering. Inspired by a father who believed that science should be used to better society, Theodore Maiman obtained his BSc in engineering physics at the University of Colorado and a PhD in physics at Stanford. Subsequently, he joined Hughes Research Laboratories, where he drew on his comprehensive knowledge of physics and engineering and developed, demonstrated, and patented a laser using a pink ruby medium. His discovery was all the more remarkable because he succeeded despite seemingly insurmountable odds. This bold thinker worked under severe budget constraints and faced the skepticism of many eminent scientists. But he defied conventional wisdom and created the laser out of material previously discredited by others. Today, some 40 years later, we can no more imagine a world without lasers than we can conceive of a world without microprocessors. The application of lasers range from fiber optics in communication to diagnostic and therapeutic applications in medicine. Indeed, the laser's full potential has yet to be realized. In 1999, to our great good fortune, Dr. Maiman moved to British Columbia. Here he has offered invaluable advice to our nascent photonics industry and to this university. Invited to address our community, he graciously accepted and spoke eloquently about the ruby laser, inspiring all who came to listen. And in keeping with the spirit of generosity for which he is known, Dr. Maiman has agreed to help create a foundation and curriculum for photonics engineering at SFU. The world has long recognized his contributions to science and society. He is the recipient of many honors and awards, including the Fannie and John Hertz Foundation Award, the Wolf Foundation Physics Prize, and the Japan Prize. He is a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons, the only non-physician to be so honored. And he has been nominated twice for the Nobel Prize. Mr. Chancellor, Theodore Maiman serves as an exemplar of the scientist as independent seeker of truth. On behalf of the Senate of this university, and in recognition of his stellar career, his integrity, and his singularly outstanding contributions to science, I ask that you now confer upon Dr. Theodore Maiman the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Theodore Maiman, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Dr. Maiman will be hooded by Dr. John Waterhouse, Vice President of Academic.
It is with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Theodore Mayman for his convocation address. Dr. Mayman.
Good afternoon. I want to thank Dr. Wong and Dr. Stevenson for conveying this esteemed honor upon me. Originally from the United States, my wife and I moved My wife and I are moved by the character and values of Canada. It is therefore especially an extreme pleasure that I accept this recognition from Simon Fraser University. I told my host, Professor Ravitch, that the university asked me for a written version of my convocation address. Why is this? Oh, they want to make sure that you don't say anything politically incorrect. I'll try to comply, but I can't guarantee that I won't err. Graduates, I want to congratulate you on reaching an important goal in your life. Generally, it hasn't been easy. You've worked hard and can be very proud of your achievement. It is one that hopefully, even in the passing of time, you will look back upon and savor. As you move on through your lives, you will no doubt plan and set up other goals and strive to reach them. And I'm not only speaking of academic and career decisions, but also those involving interpersonal relationships. And this is a subject that I would like to discuss with you. I ask you to reflect on what it is that you're trying to achieve and what paths that you may take to get there. From time to time, you will likely consult with advisors, experts, teachers, parents, and friends. As a matter of fact, some may insist on telling you how to gauge your life, whether you ask for their advice or not. Parents in particular are famous for that. However, keep in mind that no matter how well-meaning these counselors are, ultimately the choices are yours. Your advisors do not live with the consequences of your decisions. You do. It has been my own experience and my strong belief that it is most important to do the things that draw you and appeal to you, despite the seductive rewards of other paths. For those of you who are willing to take the risk of blazing new trails, you need to appreciate the reality of life. You will find that the more that you deviate from conventional wisdom and well-beaten paths, that your consensus of agreement will diminish. Naturally, if you achieve your goal in spite of going against established rules, views, it is especially sweet. But even if your goal is not achieved, there is still a rich reward for your choice. You will experience the thrill and excitement of an adventure. I assure you, it will not be boring. I want to ask you to develop a healthy skepticism when looking to experts to get advice. Experience doesn't necessarily provide wisdom. I'm sure you've noticed that whereas many people learn from their mistakes, others do not. we do not automatically become wise with experience, and that, of course, includes me. To illustrate my point, I plagiarize a bit from my book, The Laser Odyssey, and present 3 quotes for you to ponder. First one, everything that can be invented has been invented. And who is the author of that? Charles H. Dewey, the director of United States Patent Office, 1989. A second one, heavier than air flying machines are impossible. Who said that? Lord Kelvin, president of the Royal Society in 1895. And one more example. There is no likelihood that man can ever tap the power of the atom. The author of that statement, Robert Millikan, winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics, 1923. I suggest that if you develop a new idea that you want to pursue, it doesn't matter the nature of the idea. New way to teach, a new way to do a research project, a new invention, a new way to market something. It doesn't matter. But if you have that idea, think about it, study it, plan it. At that point, you have become an expert. So, despite advice to the contrary, and unfortunately, if it's a new idea, you will get a lot of "it can't be done." Please have the confidence to go ahead. Do it. Again, I congratulate you on your achievement, and I wish you the best of luck in achieving your successes in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maiman. Mr. Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, the members of the graduating class will now be presented to the Chancellor. A Dean's Convocation Medal will be awarded to the 2 top students in the faculty who have achieved the highest level of academic excellence at the graduate and the undergraduate level. We're delighted to recognize these top students who represent the excellence that all our students seek to acquire. As part of the ceremony, the Alumni Association will present a Simon Fraser University alumni pin to each of the graduates as they leave the stage. Our alumni are very important to us, and this symbolic presentation launches them on their new role as alumni of Simon Fraser University. Mr. Craig Fulton, past president of the Alumni Association, will present the pins. And just before we go on, a few rules. Although this is a place famous for the freedom of expression, we require a few rules for the orderly conduct of the rest of the ceremony. First, would you please refrain from applauding each of the individual members of the graduating class until each group of degrees has been conferred. This does not forbid spontaneous outbursts of enthusiasm. As a courtesy to others, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony, and would the graduates please return to your seats following the receipt of your degrees. The degrees in the Faculty of Applied Sciences will now be conferred. Will the graduates please rise for their presentation to the Chancellor? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University and request that you confer upon each one the degree for which he or she is now recommended.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees. Will the graduates please be seated?
Before the graduates are presented individually to the Chancellor, I am pleased to call upon Ms. Maria Trin, a member of the graduating class, to address Convocation. Ms. Trin?
Thank you, Chancellor, honored guests, and fellow graduands. I would like to start today by congratulating all my fellow grads for finishing up just before the tuition increase. Surely this indicates how special we are as a graduating class. Of course, we saw it coming all along, because the force is strong with us, and we must all undoubtedly share a connection with the great one, Spider-Man, who once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." And since knowledge is power, we do carry a heavy burden indeed, with everything that we have learned on top of this great mountain. Beautiful Burnaby Mountain, a mountain that we can all consider a mere molehill after today, because we have conquered every challenge that it has thrown at us during our time spent here. All the mind-numbing lectures, the countless hours in the lab, the relentless assignments, the grueling midterms and exams, they're all part of our academic history after today. We can look back now with rose-colored glasses and remember only the good times that we had with our friends, all the great conversations we've had, all the characters we've met, the new ideas that we've encountered and explored and shared with one another. This mountain is an important part of our intellectual makeup forever. I will always remember riding up this mountain for the very first time, watching the trees roll by, just anticipating my first glimpse of the university just around the next bend. When the South Science Building and the Maggie Benson Center finally came into view, I held my breath. Compared to my old high school, this mountain might as well have been Mount Everest. And to some of us, the challenges we faced during our time here sometimes seemed just as intimidating. Besides the obvious physical challenge of making our way up to school every day, this mountain also presented to us many intellectual, psychological, and emotional challenges that could have often made us feel like we were running through a gauntlet just for this dangling carrot of a degree. Metaphorically speaking, we have all scaled our own personalized path up this mountain. We've all climbed at our own pace, and perhaps scraped and bruised ourselves along the way. Maybe we've taken a few detours here and there, and at times we have probably felt like we have taken on more than we could handle. But nonetheless, we steadily climbed, slowly, up to the summit. At various points along the way, we found footholds in the subjects that caught our interest. We tightened our grip around the concepts that impassioned us. We became more nimble as we got the hang of the bell curve. And we became more flexible as our minds were asked to bend just a little bit more. And from this demanding climb that challenged all of our capacities, we developed character and fortitude. We developed courage, persistence, resilience, grit, and stamina. We developed all the mental calluses that will surely toughen us up for life's future challenges. And if we were lucky, somewhere along the way, we made truly wonderful friends who pulled us up to the toughest parts of the climb. Looking back, we may have noticed that we were belayed the entire time by our support system. Our family and friends, our peers, our professors, our staff, our co-op coordinators, and all of the people who are with us today in body and in spirit. As we are standing at the summit of this mountain today, we'd like to give them the thumbs up to say that we've made it okay, and to thank them for their patience, their indulgence, their guidance, and their encouraging role throughout our uphill expedition. After so many years here, we will always have warm memories of comfort and familiarity about this place. We will always remember bumping into friends in the hallways of the AQ, chatting in between classes, buying coffee from the friendly people at the Renaissance coffee stand, sitting by the reflections pond on a sunny day, hiding out in our favorite study corner, checking our email obsessively at various points on campus, walking to and from class along the same tunnels, keeping out of the rain and the sun, just like every other mole on this molehill. Hopefully these memories will always resurface when we think of SFU and make us reflect fondly on our time spent here. But now, as we anticipate what's to come for us in the future, we still have so many questions left unanswered. Will we be successful? Will we be happy? In all honesty, I think we'll be just fine. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And since we are all climbers by nature now, excellence is undoubtedly in our future, because we'll surely continue to have the habit of making molehills out of any future mountains, just as we did our beloved SFU. I wish you all the best of luck. Enjoy the rest of this day.
Thank you, Ms. Trin. Mr. Chancellor, the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. John Driver, will announce the names of the candidates for graduate degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. The candidates will be hooded by Dr. Rob Cameron, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences. James Compton. Andrea Mason. Barry Mason. Snezhana Mitrovic Minic. Yigao Shaw. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Ji-Hoon Park. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Resource Management in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. The first candidate is the recipient of the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal in the Faculty of Applied Sciences, and I ask Cheryl McIntosh to come forward. Good. Could you just stand here for a second? Thanks. Mr. Chancellor, students in our graduate programs are not only participating in advanced training and research methods, they're also creating new knowledge about the natural and cultural worlds we inhabit. The Dean of Graduate Studies awards a Convocation Medal to one graduate student from each faculty for outstanding achievement at the master's or doctoral level. This year's recipient from the Faculty of Applied Sciences is Cheryl McIntosh. Her master's thesis in the School of Resource and Environmental Management examined how chemicals used in the manufacture of plastics accumulate in the marine ecosystem, an important piece of research in our ongoing attempts to reduce environmental impacts. In addition to her excellence in research, Ms. McIntosh is a renowned amateur golfer, having won or placed in national and provincial championships. Ms. McIntosh, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, it is an honor to present to you the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. You take the medal. Congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, I now continue with the presentation of the candidates for the degree of Master of Resource Management in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Karen Botka. Tanis Frame. Darren Sherbet. Lana Jacqueline Taves. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Michael Blackstock. Jennifer Decline. Brian Hammond. Haiming Huang. Dejan Kulpinski. Chunmai Lee. Vincenzo Macri. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Applied Science in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Nazi Alborz. Maria Amesquita. Karthi Balasubramanian. Guoha Chen. Mariam Kevani. Kelly McKechuk. Gary Young. Wei-Yan Yu. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Master of Engineering in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Vikram Lape. William Russell. Ricky Ing. Bernard Y. Danny Yip.
Mr. Chancellor, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences, Dr. Rob Cameron, will announce the names of the candidates for undergraduate degrees in his faculty.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Corey Anderson. Avery Arledge. Helen Augustine. Jennifer Oughton. Christopher Bailey. Christina Ballanon. Jill Barker. Jill Benedict. Jasmina Bizarovich. Sabrina Bonfonti. Michelle Bruler. Justin Booth. Ray Buenaventura. Daniel Bull. Dana Carlson. Ada Chan. Janice Chan. Tina Cheng. Pearl Chin. Karina Chu. Leo Chu. Grace Choi. Melissa Clement. Elisa Coelho. Anne-Marie Crawford. Aaron Cruikshank. Michelle Daly. Gina Daliwal. Michelle Dirksen. John Pham. Jody Gansky. Christina George. Michelle Gervais. Julie Galanders. Michelle Grady. Daniel Ha. Moni Habib. Chris Hastings Adel Pravar. Michelle Harlach, Caroline Hickton, Paul Hiller, Christopher Hines, Rebecca Hoberg, Stephanie Hong, Trevor Howes, Jared Huber, Candy Hui, Gregory Hung, Vanessa Jackson, Jim Jiang, Jessica Johnston, Shauna Jones, Jeremy Kellenwick, Bonnie Cam, Regina Kaukas, Keela Keeping, Kristen Keithley White, Yue Kiang, Konya Kim, Tara Knight, Susan Cook, Allison Kopelman, Leslie Krukoff, Layla Kwok, thank you, Ada Lamb, Catherine Lappy, Angie Lau, Jason Lau, Francis Lau, Theodore Lau, Andrea Lee, Jennifer Lee, Kenneth Lee, Maria Lee, Leanna Lee, Helene Leon, Kuhn Lim, Jennifer McFarland, Denise Ma, Tamara Ma, Harpreet Mahil, Rhonda Mangat, Kimberly Matthews, Arash Mazloom, Jana Menegallo, Lisa Morin, Tiffany Nelson, Irene Ng, Brian Peterson, Mikhail Pudgevolov, Sheena Prasad, Brina Raniga, Paula Reganato, April Reyes, Emily Reithman. Anu Sahota. Targol Salehi. Dan Schick. Nicole Scudamore. Heather Seabrook. Eugene Xiao. John Shannon. Jana Heather Shumila. Tina Sika. Miley Silanpa. Sari Sin. Hazel Jennifer Smith. Justine Song. Jill Stevens. Jacqueline Stewart. Evelina Sue. Lindsay Ray Sumner. Jamie Tang. Eureka Tatsumi. Julie Thorson. Yuri Tsumori. Jamie Turkington. Tanya Volk. Audrey Wang. Christy White. Cindy Wong. Xianlung Wong. Gavin Wright. Wendy Wu. Sandy Young. Donna Yee. Feliz Yildiz. Rosa Yu. Jennifer Young. Andrew Yoon. Joy Yu. Do you want to tell me? Allison Zaheinich. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Sciences in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. The first candidate is the recipient for the Dean's Convocation Medal for Undergraduate Studies in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. I ask James Balfour to come forward. James is the top student to graduate from engineering science this year. During his entire undergraduate career, there are only 2 grades that appear on his transcript. As you might expect, almost half of them are A's. All the rest, more than half, are A+. In addition to this remarkable performance in a very challenging program, James is also a talented musician, watercolor artist, and athlete. He has a strong interest in philosophy and hopes to return to university to pursue a degree in it. We have no doubt that he will be as successful in this field as in engineering. Mr. Balfour, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, it is an honor to present to you the Dean's Convocation Medal for Undergraduate Studies in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Mr. Chancellor, I now continue with the presentation of the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Sciences in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Natasha Chan. Bruce Chen. Desmond Chung. Shirla Chung. Carolyn Dayani. Susan Einstein. Kaveh Afsari. Tom Halford. Samuel Hu. Alex Jiang. Aaron Kaiway. Scott Logie. William Motes. Andrew Morning Smith. Raymond Ngun. Marvin Tom. Maria Trim. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Patrick Abadi. Jason Au. Wayne Au. Diana Bartas. Gary Birchell. David Berry. Naz Bayani. Dean Broadland. Dennis Kai. Carlton Chan. Charles Chan. William Chan. Sao Ming Chow. Bai Chen. Mai Yin Chen. Ronald Chen. Yen Hung Chen. In Yang Chin. Kim Chiu. Angela Mingyuan Chong. Paul Chong. Peter Chow. Bradley Chu. Wendy Chu. Alan Chui. Andre Chun. Daniel Cratelli. Jianwen Deng. Xin Gu. Ryan Hall. Vincent Ho. Helen Huang. Yukari Izuka. Ivo Ip. Mayu Ishida. Ashish Jain. Jeffrey Jenkins. Michelle Jian. Mike Joe. Joan Joes. Michael King. Martin Knowles. Adam Kolodchijak. Jess Kube. Johnny Kwok. Eric Kwok. Brandon Lamb. Dickie Lau. Dominic Lau. John Lau. Gary Lau. Andre Learda. Matthew Leahy. Matt Leduc. Herman Lee. Stephen Lee. Ricky Lynn. Virginia Lowe. Thomas Louis. Andy Ma. Scott McRitchie. Carla Miller. Kath Morton. Christopher Neumann. Richard Jeffrey Rispin. Krista Rogers. Nish Sampath. Wilfried Schmid. Michael Sue. Gerald Shaw. Amir Shahita. Janice Sao. Robert Slifka. Gary Steinke. Handy Susanto. Philip Svela, Albert Schmigilski, David Shutu, Simon Tam, Joseph Tan, Eddie Tang, Kevin Thorne, Darko Tomic, Zimovit Terzicki, Ava Tsang, Colin C, Dean Wang, Byron White, Harris Wijaya, Elliot Wiltshire, Benjamin Wong, Tony Wong, Sherlock Wong, Calvin Wu, Shengwu Wu, David Yao, Derek Yip, Yu, Lapman Yu, Lingli Zhang, Lu Zhang, Biao Zhu, Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science Kinesiology in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Carlos Aguilera, Wade Allen, Maris Arnold, Fahim Awan, Christopher Back, Kimberly Beach, Lenka Bezruk, Kimberly Blackwood, Sally Blair, Carrie Bluen, Bridget Cassidy, Elisa Di Plasato, Khaled Dosa, Christopher Embry, Kimberly Fitton, Raywin Fong, Kevin Fuchiang Te, Robin Gettle, Christine Gleave, Abigail Grimmett, Krista Gronhoff, Jeremy Ham, Roland Hinmuller, Colleen Hoffman. Violet Hung. Zalina Jan Mohammed. Patricia Kazun. Adam Kelly. Surinda Kari. Jungtaek Kim. Nora Kwan. Tracy Kwan. Zara Lalani. Cecilia Lamb. Justin Lamb. Baron Benz Laoha. Amanda Laszlo. Elaine Joyce Lee. David Lim. Eric Lynn. Don Mackey. Nathan Ma. Brian Martinyuk. Kara McPherson. Blake Murphy. Matthew Murphy. Agnes Orchachowski. Don Oswald. Richard Pack. Ryan Perry. Jeremy Phillips. Timothy Phillips. Jeffrey Richards. Kyla Royal. Naomi Saiki. Shannon Samler. Patricia Samuel. Joel Sawyer. Linda Sham. Amarjeet Sidhu. Andy Sidhu. Julie Singer. Jason Steele. Melanie Shironi. Donning Tang. Stacy Tong. Ali Tutunchi. Phoebe Joy Trotman. David Tupniak. Andre Van Rooy. Carrie Van Walkham. Nathan Webb. Heather Wellwood. Keith Whitaker. Louise Wynn. Cyrus Yan. Simon Yan. Hermia Yao. Dean Jensen. Sai Wing Yu. Kristen Zaheinich. Miranda Zilm. And Mark Zipf. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of General Studies in the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Yvonne Boomsma. Karen Reed. Amanda Smith. Carl Wellwood. Sharon Wong.
Mr. Chancellor, we now move to the presentation of two of the university's most prestigious medals, the Governor General Silver Medal and the Gordon M. Shrum Medal. The Governor General Silver Medal is awarded to the undergraduate student who is judged to have the most outstanding record in the graduating class. The recipient of the Silver Medal for undergraduate studies is Dawn Mackey, and I ask her to join me. Ms. Dawn Mackey is graduating from the kinesiology program, having completed an honors thesis with a cumulative grade point average of 4.24 out of a maximum of 4.33. Quite an accomplishment. Her supervisor stated, quote, "Dawn's work was exceptional and she has demonstrated an understanding of the scientific method that is only attained after 2 years of work at the Masters of Science level. Dawn is indeed an exceptional student." However, if one speculates that Ms. Mackey's high grades were at the expense of other non-academic experience, one would be wrong. During her undergraduate education, along with other activities like these, Dawn worked with elementary school children, instilling an excitement for science. She volunteered with the former BC Tells corporate fitness program, and she held a leadership role with the Kinesiology Student Association as a member of the executive. While SFU is honoring Ms. Mackey today by the award of the Governor General Silver Medal, we're pleased to note that as the top graduate of SFU, she has been recognized by other prestigious organizations. She was awarded a Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council postgraduate scholarship and a scholarship from the Michael Smith Foundation for Health Research. However, she turned them both down because she's also been awarded a Julie Payette Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council scholarship established to honor Canada's female astronaut, Julie Payette. These scholarships are awarded to the two best candidates in each of the disciplines that NSERC supports, and as such, only 24 are awarded throughout the country each year. With the acceptance by two other outstanding universities and the award of prestigious scholarships like these, we've just been informed by Ms. Mackey that she's decided that she will stay at SFU and enter the Master of Science program in kinesiology, studying in the Injury Prevention and Mobility Lab of Dr. Stephen Rabinovich. the School of Kinesiology, and all of us at SFU are very pleased with the decision. Ms. Mackey, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, it is an honor to present to you the Governor General's Silver Medal. The Gordon M. Shrum Gold Medal is awarded each year to an outstanding student in any faculty who has completed the requirements of the bachelor's degree during the preceding summer, fall, or spring. The award is made to the student who has maintained a high scholastic standing during not fewer than 6 semesters at Simon Fraser University, and who, by example, has shown outstanding qualities of character and unselfish devotion to the university. The medal is named after our founding chancellor, Dr. Gordon Shrum, under whose leadership the university was built and who remained vigorously interested in it. The recipient of the award this year is Ms. Helen Augustine, and I ask her to join me. Helen Augustine graduated today with a Bachelor of Arts degree with a joint major in Communications and Latin American Studies. In addition to her exceptional academic record, finishing with a strong A average, Helen has a very broad background of activity in which she is engaged outside of her academic work. Fluent in Spanish, French, and her mother tongue Slovenian, Ms. Augustine has a strong commitment to studies and action in Latin America and making effective advocacy communication in difficult circumstances. She went to Brazil to continue the development of a project in Bahia, northeast Brazil, helping foster children to get through school and make modest incomes. She also worked as a volunteer in Los Amigos de Cuba. She was recognized last year when she was chosen to attend the American Airlines Leadership Conference in Texas. At home, she worked with the organizing committee overseeing the shutdown of the Sullivan Mine at Kimberley and learned how profound a change is brought by the exhaustion of mineral resources in a town which has been mining for more than 100 years. She also sits on the board of directors of La Luna Productions, a theater company that presents multicultural plays on subjects of current relevance. Her work with impoverished communities in third world countries demonstrates her commitment to addressing important real-world social issues. Her linguistic abilities and her cultural sensitivity enables her and us to look forward to a long contribution to the relations between Canada and Latin America. Ms. Augustine, in recognition of your outstanding achievements, it is an honor to present to you the Gordon M. Shrum Gold Medal. Will the graduating class please rise? I congratulate each of you on achieving your degree. This is an impressive achievement, and I ask your friends and family to join me in applauding the graduating class of June 2002. And now I invite you, the members of the graduating class, to reciprocate by applauding your family, friends, faculty and staff, and all who have helped you reach this goal. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, this completes the formal awarding of degrees. Some candidates recommended by the Senate for degrees today are unable to be present, and their names have therefore not been read out. I now admit them to their appropriate degrees as shown on the program. I have several thank yous to express to all of you for joining us on such a beautiful and breezy day, and to the many volunteer staff and faculty members coordinated by the Registrar and Ceremonies Office, who have worked together to run a smooth Convocation Day. Thank you. And to the members of our world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band for their special contribution to the Convocation. They will perform after the ceremony in the square behind the platform. This brings to a close the formal part of this afternoon's Convocation. You are all invited to attend the reception to be held in the James Douglas Room behind the platform to the right, following the ceremonies. Please rise and remain standing at your places until the platform party has recessed.